Hey guys, we're back here at the final week and we're doing Olympics here at Watercoloring with Savage Style. Today I decided to pick the iconic look, the Olympic rings. There's our photo that we're doing. Of course, I'll put this in the loading screen so you can save it. But this is the photo that we'll be doing today. I have all my supplies here and we're gonna get started. And I hope you enjoy. So as we start, once again, we'll be doing these Olympic signs and I'm gonna draw them out. Easier if I had a protractor here or whatever that thing is to be able to make the rings circle perfect. But we have 5 rings. So I'm gonna get started at the bottom 2. Lightly draw the rings. They go over top of one another. Here we are again. We're gonna go start with our supplies as always. And I'm gonna start with the top 3 rings. There's 5 rings. I'm gonna try to level them out. I'll do the one in the middle first. Kind of a rough draft. Then another one. And another one. No, they're all intertwined. Here, we're going to be drawing the rings, and I'm going to use this candle. You can use anything around in your room to kind of use it as a way to draw perfect circles. So I'm going to draw this one right in the middle. Go right around it. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be watercoloring this. Put this one next to it. This one to the left of it. Perfect. Now I'll draw the bottom 2. And they're all got to be touching each other because the rings intertwine. So that one I'm just going to fix. Should probably be moved in just a little bit closer so that it touches the other ones. Okay. I'm going to draw like this. Perfect. So there I have my rings. So now I'm just going to go through and clean it up and fix up these little splotches that I have. Now for the Olympics, I think this is one of the first, or I think it's been canceled once before a long time ago, but this is one of the first times that it'll be canceled due to the pandemic. Usually when I usually watch for USA, Colombia, and Holland. 2 places that I've lived. I was born in Colombia, lived in Holland, so I like to go back to those roots and root for them. So I'll go around, erase all the race spots. Leave it like that because we're gonna leave the circles and blotches. Now, I don't have a red, so I'm gonna use orange for that. If you have a red, of course use red because red is in there, but I'm gonna just slowly draw the orange around. As you can see, the color drops. And it kind of brings the color out. So I will be doing that. I guess the coloring is more important on this one. On this one you have more fun with splattering, adding different like paint technique to the bottom. This one's like a mixture of these two greens. Seems like all the colors are somewhat kind of mixed in here. To think that every 4 years the Olympics come and these people have been training for 4 years and now they're being told they have to redo it or train again. That must be so hard because it is really difficult. All the training, all the hours it puts in to be these athletes for years, putting it in for a couple of minutes on the center stage. It's a huge sacrifice. I love watching all the different countries come together and watching all their backgrounds and their clothing and learning about different cultures I didn't know before. Watching the athletes, the female athletes, kicking butt, of course. All athletes. And now I'm just coloring this in because when we go back around, it's going to be pretty thick. But then we're just going to add in the fun color technique things in the end. This is funny because this uses like a lighter blue. Maybe I'll make this one more purple. Since I don't really have all the colors of the rainbow. I'm missing a red, but it's okay because I've made up for it in orange. But it's mostly just getting the colors on the rings. And when you're not the best drawer in the world, watercolors is perfect because no one really knows if that spot was supposed to be there or not, or if it was. You can kind of get away with that with watercolor more than any other kind of drawing. So if you mess up, the mess ups almost make it come out even better. Okay, so there we have our colors. And then on the side, like I always do that extra palette, I'm gonna draw the extra palette spots so that when we add the extra coloring at the top or over top of it, just getting it so it's nice and colored. A splotch for each one. It's like having a palette. I'm making one. There. So now we'll take our clean paintbrush. And we will do the circles. And they're gonna run on each other just because this is the paint. That's okay. Because we're gonna go back through the top and make it splotchy. And just make sure you paint over all of it so that you don't see any more of the colored pencil. And come back over. Cleaning your brush after each color. This is the blue. It's okay if it gets out of the lines because we're going to come back and make it splotchy anyways. I'm just trying to get the main paint. Orange is a good one to make splotchy as I'm creating my own words. On to the final color, green, which it's a bleeding. There. And this is where we're going to go in and have fun with this splotching. I'll take this yellow. I'm just gonna smack it down. Take the purple. Kind of splash it. Just have fun with it. The blue. Doing those water driplets. So that looks good. Put in this. And the green. Make it like one big rainbow painting. And then you'll be able to just sprinkle and splotch as your heart's desire. Make it up. And as you can see, it's kind of how that. Now if you had the brighter colors, which I don't have the brighter colors, this would have popped a little bit more than what that is actually doing. I could have drawn maybe a little bit more blue and made that more. I'm only stuck with certain blues that I have. This one's fun because you can just start spraying all the colors on top of it and making the splatter. The more splatter, the better. It's pretty much what they did for the Olympics. You can switch out the different colors. You can make it more rainbow. I would add a red here instead of an orange, But that's pretty much what I was stuck with, and I would have had a better green. I kind of have too much of a light green. That's what I would have done. You can keep splattering. You can take it, your pen mark, and go all over the place. Make the splotches. Pretty much anything with watercolor makes it look like it was meant to be there. Hope you enjoyed this video of the Olympics. I hope you get to watch somewhat of Olympic coverage of them going over the years of the many Olympics and enjoyed watercoloring with me. And hopefully maybe I'll do this again and see you in the future.